of NBA boys. Before we start this video, like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video because they're going to be fire! And Daddy, take it away.
All right, who's ready for episode 5? Danny, you ready? Oh, Danny, we're a little unsure right there. He may be ready, he may not be. Benny is ready to go. And Benny, today we are going to talk about what?
The Central Division, our last division in the Eastern Conference.
Woo, boy, so everyone's going to have all they need to know about the Eastern Conference. We already talked about the...
Atlantic Division, Southeast Division, now we're doing the Central Division.
All right, Benny, tell us how these teams finished the prior NBA season.
Number 1, the Bucks.
The Milwaukee Bucks. No surprise.
But this is sad news for them. They lost to the Heat in the second round of the NBA playoffs.
That's a little disappointing, I would say. They lost to who?
The Heat.
Ooh. All right, Bucks. See you later. All right, number 2 in the Central Division.
The Pacers.
The Indiana Pacers.
They got swept by the Heat in the first round.
Ooh, so the Pacers were on fire when they started back up the season in the bubble, and Danny agrees. Thumbs down with that playoff performance because T.J. Warren was killing it.
Poor
and
showing
then the playoffs
there.
happened, and they was nowhere to be found.
Poor
All right,
showing.
who finished third
Okay.
in the division?
Well, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Oh, let's go with third.
Bulls,
first,
Pistons, and Cavs didn't even make the playoffs.
That's right, Danny. Thumbs down. Poor. I mean, these 3 teams just what?
I mean,
stink. They stink.
yeah. I mean, it's good for Sixers that they didn't make the playoffs.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. Okay, Benny. So there's how the teams finished in 2019-2020 season.
Yep.
Now you're going to, cover, what are we going to do now?
The Bucks off-season moves.
Oh, let's talk about the off-season moves for the Bucks.
All right. So the players going into the Bucks is Drew Holiday. He got traded to the Bucks. DJ Augustine, Torrey Craig, Brant Forbes,
and
Bobby Portis.
So some solid players coming into the Bucks. Okay.
Now players going away from the Bucks.
All right.
They got Eric Bledsoe. He's getting traded. George Hill's getting traded. Wesley Matthews, Brown. I don't know his last
Sterling
name. Sterling Brown.
Marvin
Williams, he's retired. Ersan Ilyasova, Kyle Korver, Robin Lopez.
So a lot of ins and outs there. And what we're doing now with the offseason moves to make it a little easier for you guys out there to understand is we're going to just tell you who's in, who's coming into the team, and who's out.
Yep.
As simple as that. So, I think Drew Holiday, upgrade from Blair Bledsoe.
Big upgrade.
Big upgrade, yeah. So the grade you give this team, I think what you have written down there may be a little hard. Maybe
a D.
A D. Wow. A D.
They lost too much players.
Too many players?
Yes, they lost too many good players. Kyler Korver, Bledsoe, Wesley Matthews.
Yeah, but Drew Holiday comes off.
Robin Lopez.
But you said Drew Holiday's an upgrade versus Eric Bledsoe, right?
Yeah, but Kyle Korver's a good 3-point shooter. Robin Lopez could defend. Wesley Matthews is a good 3-point shooter, and Bledsoe was like.
Maybe you're also giving it a D because we forgot to mention Bogdan Bogdanović, right? They were supposed to be getting him. The deal was almost done, and then it fell through. A huge hit to the Bucks. So let's move on to the next team.
The Pacers offseason moves.
Pacers offseason moves. Danny hasn't even heard him yet, but he's giving him a thumbs up. Let's see what we decide. Go ahead.
Jalen Lecquiggy, he got traded.
To the Pacers.
Yes, and TJ Leaf.
He's what, out or in?
He's out.
So recap that real quick. Who's in?
Jalen Lecquiggy.
Okay.
And out TJ
Leaf, and then
the coaching changed. Nate Booker.
Nate Booker. Okay, I don't even know what that is.
I don't know.
We just know Nate McMillan is out as coach.
Yep.
They didn't really make any. So who's in, who's out from a player standpoint? Not much changing there. What's the grade Benny gives him?
I'll give him a C+.
C+. All right, fair enough. Danny gives him a thumbs up. Let's move it along.
The Bulls off-season moves.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have Patrick Williams.
Who they drafted, right?
Yeah, they drafted number 4.
Okay.
Noah Volin.
Yep, Vonleh, yep.
And out.
Who's out?
Chris Dunn and Shaq Harrison.
Whoa, and they got a coaching change as well?
Yep. Hello, Billy Donovan. Goodbye. I forgot.
Jim Boylan. Goodbye, Jim Boylan. Hello, Billy Donovan, who was coaching the... Who was he coaching? The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes, he was coaching the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay. So, I mean, Billy Donovan as a coach, what do you think? He's okay.
He's okay.
All right. So, player-wise, the ins and outs, off-season moves, you grade this a what?
a C plus as
C
well.
plus. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of around average. Nothing really happening
Danny gives
there.
him a double thumbs down.
Double thump that. He's not a big fan of Patrick Williams. I mean, he was the number 4 pick, so he's going to have a lot to live up to as number 4 pick. We'll see if it pans out. Let's move it along, Betty!
The
Who's that?
Pistons.
The Detroit
Pistons.
Pistons.
And they have Jeremy Grant, Killian Hayes, he got drafted number 7. Isaiah Stewart, he got drafted number 16. Saddiq Bey, he got drafted number 19. DeLon Wright, he got traded. Mason Plumlee, Josh Jackson, and Jahlil Okafor, and Wayne Ellington.
Oh my God! I mean, how many players did they take on here? Well, they had 3 first-round draft picks, and then they assigned a bunch of players via free agency and made a couple of trades there to get DeLon Wright. So
Yep.
a lot happening there for the Pistons coming into the Pistons. Who's leaving the Pistons?
Christian Wood, he got traded. Luke Kennard and
Bruce Brown.
and Tony Snell.
They all got traded, actually.
Yep.
So they all left. So they also, some of their young core here, brought in a lot of players that are, no one that's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
So you're great for them.
C.
C, yeah, average. Danny, thumbs up or thumbs down for the Pistons?
He's busy throwing balls.
He's busy shooting hoops here, guys. If you can only see it, he's actually made every single shot. Incredible. All right, Benny, let's move along to the... who's team?
The Cavs.
The Cavs. We're going to talk to Cavs. All right, what did the Cavs do this offseason?
In Isaac Okoro, their number 5 draft pick, and JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee. We
Mr.
love
McGee.
JaVale McGee. All
Mr.
right.
McGee.
Mr. McGee. And who else did they get?
And also JaVale McGee got traded. And they got
They traded for JaVale.
Damian Dotson.
All right, so, and who's leaving the Cavs?
Only one, Tristan Thompson, who's not that good at all, even.
I mean, he's a pretty good rebounder.
Yeah,
I think
but
he's
he
pretty
can't
good
shoot
force
at all.
inside. So you're great for them then.
A B.
A B. Wow, that's actually, is that the best grade you've given any team in the Central Division?
Yes, and
It is.
they're number 5 in the rankings.
Number 5. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Let's break down. What are we moving to now, Betty?
The starting lineups for each team.
So we're the projected starting line is for the 2020-2021 season. Now let's start with who?
The Bucks.
All right. Let's hear it.
They have Drew Holiday, Dante DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brooke Lopez.
That's pretty solid. So the big upgrade there is Eric Bledsoe out, Drew Holiday in. Okay.
Yeah.
Next team.
We have the Pacers.
I was about to say Detroit. The Indiana Pacers. All right. Who's the lineup, Benny?
Malcolm Brogdon, Victor Oladipo, T.J. Warren, DeMontis Sabonis, and Miles Turner.
So the same lineup as last year. A
Yeah.
team that got to the
Not much changes.
first round of the playoffs and got swept. Not much changes. All right.
Yeah.
No, not any changes. Number 3.
Bulls.
Bulls.
They have Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Otto Porter, Laurie Markham, and Carter Jr.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Wendell.
So, I mean,
Football.
still a young team. That's, they have a lot of growing to do as well. Maybe they put it
Yeah.
together this year. Next team, starting
The
lineup.
Pistons.
The Detroit Pistons.
They have Derrick Rose, Deron Wright, Salvatius Love, Micah Huckabee,
Oh, I mean, anyone trying to pronounce that name, it's impossible.
Blake Griffin, and Jahlil Okafor.
All right, so the Pistons got a decent lineup there. DeLon Wright's the new addition to the starting lineup.
Yes. And then we have the Cavs. They have Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro, Kevin Love, and DeAndre Drummond.
All right, let's see how they continue to grow as well. So based upon the off-season moves, the projected starting lineups in your eyes, how do you see these teams finishing in the Central Division next year? Who's going to finish number 1 in the Central Division?
We'll still keep the Bucks number 1.
The Bucks from
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, so no surprise there. All right.
And number 2, Detroit Pistons.
Whoa! What?
They got so much players.
So they got a bunch of players. You
Yeah,
like them,
but-
so they finished 4th last year in the division. Now you got them jumping up to number 2.
Yep.
So that would be considered a bold prediction, right? You're making a bold statement. All right, number
Then
3.
we
Who
have-
do you think's going to finish 3rd in the Central?
The Indiana Pacers.
All right, so the Pacers finished 2nd last year. You have them moving down a slot to number 3, although they didn't really make any changes. Maybe you just don't like the coaching change because Nate McMillan, I think he was a pretty solid coach. So maybe they're with you.
Then we have the Bulls.
At what place? At what?
4th.
Number 4 in the standings, the Bulls. Okay.
And then we have the Cavs.
Cavs rounding out the bottom. So the Cavs were 5th last year in the division, last place, and you see them
Cavs-
staying in last place.
Cavs bottom, always, because they suck.
So of these teams, who do you see actually making the playoffs? Obviously, the Bucks.
Maybe the Pistons.
The Pistons? Pacers or no?
Yeah, probably the Pacers.
So you see 3 to 5 teams making the playoffs, but the big surprise from Benjamin is the Pistons moving up number 2 and maybe making the playoffs. Wow. So I think we've given the people all they need to know.
Yep.
I think they have. Let's take us out, Benny.
Danny, come back.
Hey, Danny, get back in here. We're saying goodbye to our fans. Come on.
I'm still in my phone. Okay, he's...
Here he comes. Come on in. There he is.
Bang. Before we leave, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. And comment down below who you think won the Central Division. See ya next video.
Salute.
Goodbye.